Do you know that your father is selling Jackson perfume at a kiosk in a Vegas mall for $70?
Well, first of all, let's say this. My father this is a cologne line that he has on, and I am so upset with you, by the way.
Why?
Because I heard your show, what you said about my father. Guys, my father he'll be 84 years old.
No!
He'll be 84 years old.
Have you smelled it?
Oh, yes. I smelled it. I like the unisex, actually. My father
Don't be mad at me. Listen. You know Vegas stop it. No, they're trying to start something. Look, you know in Vegas, they have...
Joe, you have to remember something. What you guys have... let me get this straight right now. We wouldn't have a Michael if there wasn't for Joseph Jackson.
Oh.
He gave Michael to us. He gave him to us, and this is wonderful. So when you said, Joe Jackson, this is Michael Jackson. How could you do this? That's his father. That's his son.
But to sell it in a kiosk in Vegas, let me just tell you the setup. And don't be mad at me. All I'm saying is that I'm in Jersey minding my own business.
Yeah.
And then we got word that in the there's called a famous fashion mall or something in Vegas.
Yes.
There's a kiosk set up in the middle. Have you seen the kiosk?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, look, there it is. There's the kiosk.
Okay,
and your dad sits there on a folding chair all day. And I'm just feeling like if it is a Jackson thing, then you would just think that it would be bigger.
He did have a big opening, and I guess the next day he decided to go out and sit there. After all, come on, he's 84 years old.
I get it. Look, my dad is 81 too,
But you know what? Let me say this to you. If your dad, because I saw your lovely mom and dad on the show, they're so cute.
My dad's 81.
And you adore
them.
And so if your dad wanted to do a cologne, he was doing one anyway, and then he named it Legend after you. You had, God forbid, passed. You know, you would say, Dad, that's okay. I don't mind. Michael wouldn't have minded at all. He really would.
Daddy, I would mind.
No, Daddy. Daddy.
I'm calling Daddy. Okay.
She wouldn't mind, Daddy.
No,
she would say, go for it.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married. No.
Okay.
I feel you can wear rings wherever you want.
Wherever you want. Okay.
Wherever you want.
Let's talk about Janet, because there's a rumor that you call Janet Jan.
Jan, yes.
Jan. So there's a rumor that Janet might be the new judge on X Factor. Has she talked to you about it?
No, there are lots of rumors, as you know. They said I was going to be. They said so many people. So I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. I think that anybody in the Jackson family could make a good judge on the X Factor. I really believe that, because the family knows his business, knows music. Because you said, LaToya would make a great judge, but LaToya doesn't know music. Now, what makes you think LaToya?
I know that you know music. I just said that you weren't able to maybe hit the notes that a lot of people. But you could give us all this, and that's entertaining.
And I definitely would. What you don't know is that in '84, see, I'm catching her. In 1984, I wrote a song that was nominated for a Grammy. For Jimmy Cliff, Reggae Nights. Have you heard the Reggae Nights?
No.
Yeah, it was the biggest song. No, really, it really was. All over in Europe, actually. Reggae Nights. And then in '85, I won for a Cliffhanger. His album. I won a Grammy. On the wrong track.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the other people were doing, actually.
The verdict for Conrad Murray came in, and he's in jail for 4 years. How are you feeling about the verdict?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I think the verdict was right. I wish, and I don't mean this in a rude or mean way, but I wish, Michael, we can't bring him back. And I wish that he could spend more time. And I know that he's appealing this. And it's supposed to be tomorrow. I believe they're having a little sentence tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there, but I would have loved to have been there, because I think he's where he belongs. You don't do things like this. This is something that...
You think that he needs more time in jail?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So now, Michael's kids, I know Paris was on Ellen, and we see the kids all the time looking like doing, normal kids doing what kids do. How are they doing?
They're doing great. Kids are so resilient. They're wonderful. They're great kids, and they're enjoying life. They're doing everything that, I shouldn't say everything, but they're doing a lot of things that their dad kept them really private, and I understood that.
Yeah. Well, if Michael was alive, would he want them to be so out here at this particular point?
They were out there when they were with Michael, but they weren't out there with him personally. When he would have them with him, he would mask them because he didn't want people to know who they were.
Yes.
But when they were with other people, they were normal.
Yes.
And that's what you guys didn't know because people didn't know who they were. Yeah.
We didn't know that there was something going around about doing a possible reality show. Somewhere in your family involving the kids.
No, I haven't heard that at all.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. And that wouldn't happen, actually.
Good.
No, that would not happen.
So LaToya, do you know that your father is selling Jackson perfume at a queue we're on? The new season has already started. What do you think?
Well, Wendy, just like you, I have my notes. I have my notes for Celebrity Apprentice. No, in all fairness, because we watch it every season, of course.
Yeah.
I think the season that we were on was the best, that I was on, was the absolute best.
Yes.
I really do. And I watched it Sunday, which you did as well, didn't you?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
I thought that it was right for Cheryl Teagues to go home. She came here on Monday, and every Monday, on the show, we're going to have the person who's canceled from Sunday night.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be able to follow it. There are a lot of people on there. I don't even know who they are. I was telling Donald, 18 celebrities is way too many, and I hope that we.
Lot.
Oh, it's a lot.
And in all fairness, Cheryl Teagues, she reminds me of Nikki. They're both sweet women, but they don't have that aggressiveness, that tenacity that people have in the business. However, I will say that you don't have to be mean either to be in the business.
Well, you could be cunning. You just not mean, but cunning.
Right.
Okay.
But I just want to say this. This is what he needed to do for this show. Honestly, the Teresa from the
Housewives of Jersey.
Yes. What he should have done was he should have also put Danielle Staubs on the show so they can battle it out the entire time. Am I right?
She's smart.
That's right. That's what he should have done.
idea.
Danielle should have been right there. They should have just knocked heads and gone at it the entire time.
Perfect. Isn't LaToya entertaining? All right, so LaToya has recently written a book, and her book is called Starting Over, about your life.
Yes.
And in one of the passages in the book, she talks about how she smuggled drugs and jewelry unwittingly for the mob. Talk about it, Bunny Rabbit.
It was Bunny Rabbit.
You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It was basically, I was my manager / husband, that's in the book, actually.
Do you remember that man, Jack Gordon?
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Well, it was a very, very turbulent relationship, very abusive, where he completely controlled me, because when I got with him, I was strictly Jehovah's Witness. I didn't know anything about the world, you guys. I thought everybody was just like Jehovah's Witnesses, because we were told to associate with Jehovah's Witnesses, be kind and tell the truth. That wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case. We would see
all.
pictures here in New York, because you guys had an apartment here, and we would see black and blue pictures of you a lot, honey bun.
I would have black eyes from him beating me, and
he beat the stew out of her. It was bad.
It was, New York is beautiful, and you have big views, and I would have to sit in the closet for like 5 or 6 hours, and I couldn't open the door, I couldn't go out, and even sit at the window but not look out the window, and I did it.
He took her
and I look today and say, how could I have done that?
And you let him take your passport unwittingly because you were a little naive.
Well, he took it, and he
where?
would give it back to me. I went to Japan, and from that point on, my mother couldn't go, my father couldn't go, so they sent him. He took my passport, and that was it.
No friends, no cell phone, no nothing.
Friends,
she was really in a box. Okay, so let's talk about this drug smuggling.
I didn't even know how to work a cell phone because I wasn't privy to any of that. Not even a computer. I had to learn all these things over again.
So you allege in the book that Jack Gordon, your ex-husband, was all mobbed up, as they say over in Staten Island, that the mob was all mobbed up, and they were using you to smuggle jewelry and drugs from place to place, and you had no idea. Tell.
I didn't have any idea. What he did was, he was very close to the mob. And we spent a lot of time on Mulberry Street.
The Gaudis?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the Genovese family.
The Genovese.
Genovese family.
Okay.
But Gotti they all have stores right there in Mulberry Street.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, I would go over to Europe, and I would wonder sometimes why I'm in certain places all this time, and I'm not working for like a week or 2 weeks or so. And all of a sudden, all of these big Italian guys would come to go back home with me. I go, why are they coming with me to go back home? Well, during that time, it was before 9/11. And you didn't have all the security that you have at the airport. So I never did go through any type of security. I would go straight from the tarmac and get on the plane.
Yes.
That's how I traveled, and they never checked or anything. So
How'd you find out?
I guess he was telling them, this is how she travels. This is a great opportunity for them to do what they were doing.
How did you find out that you were muling stuff?
I found out after I had left him. I had broken away, and I had probably about maybe 5 meetings with probably at the most maybe 20 FBI agents.
Oh.
And they would put me in a private room, a private place, a private hotel, and they would drill me constantly. Then they say, okay, we want another meeting. We need for you to fly to New York. We're having a meeting here.
What a life.
And all these different FBI agents were telling me, do you remember this date? This is what they were doing.
And it's all spelled out in your new book. What's the book called again?
It's called Starting Over. It'll be